And it looks like both players are ready to get into this final game, which is going to be on the GSL Crevasse map. Both players are good to go. Just need to kick this observer out. And there we go, pretty much ready to continue with this final game between Kas and Idra.
And it looks like it will be a huge deciding match between EmpireKas and Idra. Whoever wins this game has a strong chance of advancing on to the next round. Whoever loses does not. If Idra wins this, oh my gosh. Ooh. Well, we're going to have to rehost, but it looks like they didn't make us refs.
That's going to be hard to communicate here.
Well, if you can message one of the admins,
I'll
yes,
leave.
we're just going to have to go ahead and Alt-QQ out of the game and tell the refs to rehost, because we are not going to watch a zebra pattern match. Because we actually want to see the results of the game instead of basically having epilepsy in the middle of the match. Oh, what's going on? I have to like squint, slow things down, so we will end up rehosting that match. A little bit of a stop in play, but with this time, let's add this up. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 7, plus 5 is 12. Trying to total up to see if it's possible to have a four-way 2-3 tie, and then 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. This isn't possible. I do not know what the state is on the matches in there.
And it seems like Idra are still playing the game. They're still in
They're
the
just
game.
like, all right, no big deal. It's okay, I'll be messaging the admin, hey, get Idra and Kas to rehost.
Okay, Idra's out of the game now, finally, so...
all right, great.
Okay.
That
would have been
great.
funny.
Just like, hey, leave the game. And they were like, no. No. Just stayed in there, and we had to do a live report from Team Liquid's Twitter. Like, all right, well, looks like there's an attack coming.
Wait a minute, refresh.
All right, F5, 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 F5. Oh, there's a new tweet. Okay, it's a result from another match. We're waiting. All right, great.
All right.
EmpireKas is rehosting. So we're going to let them know to start that game as quickly as humanly possible. LOLOL, we're going to be going into the third and final game. Once again, to reiterate, for any of you just tuning in, Idra has a chance to advance as second place in the group only if he's able to win this game. If not, he is gone from the tournament, perhaps. Either way, very, very important match for Idra.
Biggest upset that anybody's seen for a long time, Idra going out in group stages. I don't think anybody predicted that to happen today, so let's get started.
Oh my gosh, the colors are normal. Let's go into the game between EmpireKas and Idra. The big match of the evening. There's the have fun, good luck from EmpireKas. Idra responding with a good luck, have fun of his own. And in the top left corner, the man who's on the verge of putting Idra 2-3 in his group, we have EmpireKas! And in the bottom left, the man who's one game away from making it through the group, we have the fan favorite, EG's Idra! Baby, people want that little nerd to win.
Little nerd. That little nerd's getting big. He goes to the gym. Have you seen his shoulders? Guy's been working out, man. No longer is anyone going to call that little nerd.
Whew. Yes, the hulking brute, EG Idra, rivaling EG in control in size.
It's since he's been living with Machine. Machine takes him to the gym, drags Idra along, and it's finally so. Or maybe it's his girlfriend that's making him go to the gym.
Well, that's why I don't have a girlfriend. I just sit at home and cast StarCraft. Yes. The whole crowd's like, yeah, entertainment for me. And I'm like, okay, let's just cast another game. Looks like EG Idra is producing a lot of drones, likely going to gear up to do an expand at the back. We see EmpireKas with a surprisingly defensive positioning in his main. Very much so like a Terran versus Protoss opening. Very, very, very defensive. We do see that hatchery going down for Idra at the back door. So he is well set up to get up in a big macro game, but curious to see how Kas is going to pop out of this.
And it looks like Kas is most likely here saving up minerals to go ahead and get that early expansion in the top right location. Very safe to do so here. And Idra is going to be getting that 16 spawning pool here actually been going down, so it's kind of late. And it's going to go ahead and scout in the top left position with this drone and find out what's going on. But will he be able to go in the base? So that's the biggest problem now, is that the Marine's going to be on the ramp. And with proper control, that drone is not going to be able to get inside at all, leaving Idra quite, well, ever so much in the dark, especially because the Overlords went in the right direction instead of straight up north. Idra's definitely going to be playing some guesses inside his head.
I mean, it looks like EmpireKas is going to be moving through, getting a good scout, seeing exactly what is going on in this base.
Okay, Cass just lets the drone go in, that's fine. He just let the drone walk in, and Idra does get the information that gas has been put down, and he hasn't quite checked for that expansion yet, so he's kind of still a little bit in the dark, but he must kind of presume that has been done by now.
Idra has very good spider sense in StarCraft 2, likely expecting a command center to be hidden back here without needing to scout it. Saw how late that refinery was, and looks like Kas might just be going straight up standard. We don't see any second refinery. We see a second refinery, which means he could potentially be doing some sort of double factory play, but you generally get those 2 refineries very early if you want to do that. I personally would love to see EmpireKas' very, very solid Marine tank standard aggression.
I know, he's got 3 barracks now, and well, we'll have to see when he gets that factory, because he's going to probably most likely be going for Stim here straight off the bat with his tech lab. The timing of it kind of lines up. When that tech lab finishes, he'll have 100 gas. Does he decide to go for the early factory, or does he decide to get Stim? Actually decides to get a reactor, so we'll have to see what he does with the next 100 gas.
I mean, it looks like EmpireKas is going to build up a lot of Marines. Not going to make that classic Terran mistake of getting Stim so early that you end up with 3 Marines with Stim. And then you can't really do much of anything. So he will be getting the Stim now, but not before adding on that early reactor. I'd be surprised if he actually went for a very fast Marine Stim push. You actually rarely ever see this in this matchup. This would actually be a very, very cool opening by the Terran player.
Especially if he managed to hit before Baneling speed was done, before the layer was done, that could be very dangerous. But he is going to be adding on this factory now, and will most likely start to add on these tanks. 2 links don't quite get, they get some information. Let's have a look at Idra's vision, and he sees 2 barracks, 1 with the tech lab, so gets good information there.
Oh, silly Marines, they're not supposed to be in that base, but it looks like the Queens are like, I'll save this Overlord. No, come back. Oh, no, let's go vomit some larvae. So right now, the 2 Marines are going to be approaching up, and it looks like they will be able to take out an Overlord. Oh!
Idra getting supply blocked here, not good at all. The Marines do get cleaned up though, and a bunch of Marines in the middle of the map. Very dangerous position for him to be now. If Idra did make a bunch of Zerglings, oh, actually, he's going to be able to kick both of these down as well. Ooh, pressure is mounting up on, especially in Idra now. The Baneling Nest finishes, he will be one of getting that speed straight away. And there we do see speed being researched. Meanwhile, we do have a starport, and actually, he's going for a reactor on the factory.
Cool.
Not even going to get siege tanks, and going for a double engineering bay.
Oh, this is so neat. I mean, this is the sort of play that we've seen MMA do a lot, just relentlessly produce medevacs, do tons of drops, and even if we go to the EmpireKas cam, I mean, down at this watchtower, he just had enough Marines to deter Idra from ever really attempting to re-nab it. We only see a small amount of Marines, and look at Idra preparing for the worst. You know, on the North American server, you see a lot of players going for any sort of early attack they can, but the more sophisticated players like EmpireKas will move out in a way that produces threats. So Idra very, very able to deal with those typical all-ins early. Might struggle against this more standard response.
And Idra's not getting that third base, wants to go for 6-7 Mutalisks straight off the bat here. And the defense from Kas is going to be really strong. He's just got Marines everywhere inside his base, going to be able to push back any form of Mutalist harassment. And then once he finally gets a couple of turrets up, we'll be able to push out with a 1-1 timing attack, and it very well could knock Idra out of the tournament.
Now, did Idra end up seeing these 2 medevacs? It looks like he's moving forward. There are 7 Mutalisks in production.
If these get down before the Mutalisks pop out, this could really even put Idra out the tournament, because he has no idea about this. He does see them, though.
Oh, no. And the Mutalisks are about to pop. Oh, this could backfire huge for EmpireKas. He's going to have to pull away. Oh, no. Everything getting absolutely obliterated. EmpireKas must pull back into a good position. He loses 1 medevac. Will he lose the second? And it looks like Kas is at a huge disadvantage, and Idra sprints forward to an early lead.
Wow, that is exactly what Idra needed in that game. He can go ahead, take a third, take a fourth. That was excellent, and now he's going to continue with Mule's harassment. 5 turrets all being made at once, and unfortunately for Kas, that time just wasn't quite fast enough, and unfortunately the Mule is popped in time, and it's going to be pretty hard for him from here.
We do see the one chance that EmpireKas has is going into huge macro mode, getting up +2/+2 ridiculously quickly. We've seen a lot of strong Terran players able to take wins in this fashion, but interestingly, Idra
He's going for a Baneling bus, maybe?
He's going for a huge Baneling bus. He's just going to try to end this game with one big attack. There's the +2 attack going down, +2 armor likely to follow shortly, and there it is. No tanks up.
This is going to be a
my God,
crushing
no!
blow.
Unburrow those! Oh, the worst time ever to do that. Grounded!
Idra!
Completely obliterating that. Idra managing to do the necessary damage. Kas with an early 1-0 against Nama might go 0-4 in those following matches. We see more Zerglings and Mutalisks marching up. Only 6 Mutalisks remain. Can EmpireKas get enough units up? The answer is likely no. It is healed SCVs versus Zerglings. Marines popping out, only 4 at a time. Turrets trying to do damage. Idra rallying more Zerglings.
More Banelings being morphed inside the base, and as soon as they pop, there is nothing he can do against this. And Idra looks like he will be able to take Kas 2-1 in this series and really keep his hopes of staying alive in this tournament.
Oh! Looks like Kas trying to spread out his SCVs, but taking some huge hits. Kas refusing to give up, and there it is. Good game. Well played. Idra, it appears, will be advancing.
I don't know. Is it going to be a 3 or 4-way tie now?
We're going to have to figure out from the admins. So there's some crazy results going on right now. From what I understand, Idra is 3-2 in the group. Sase is 5-0 in the group. So that will put Idra in a position of advancing, I think. We don't know yet.
I don't know. I'm trying to ask in the channel, and I asked, does even Idra know if he's gone through or not? And no reply yet.
So,
Idra's gone immediately offline, which is interesting. So definitely
well,
have
I
to
would
get the results
anticipate
soon.
that at the very least, Idra will either be in a tiebreak or be advancing to the next rounds. That would put Sase the Protoss and Idra the Zerg in second. But I think the big shock of that group is Sase demolishing every opponent he has played against.
I mean, looking at that group, before this tournament kicked off, I wouldn't have said Sase 5-0. Kas, Nama, Mers, Idra, and Grubby, and all of a sudden Sase goes 5-0. That is pretty impressive.
Really excited to see him pull through because, you know, at these big LAN events, it's the opportunity for players like Sase to really shine. They haven't gotten the chance to play in many big events, but when they do come to these huge major titles with enormously talented player pools, getting wins is always an extremely strong achievement.
And you're looking at the tables right now, and it looks, I don't know, did Grubby get 2 wins?
Well, actually,
wait a minute. I thought Grubby lost every game apart from the Mers game.
Looks like Grubby is actually performing quite well in the group, so
that's
there might be a tiebreak between Grubby and Idra.
And Mers, right? Mers has 6 points.
No,
also.
Mers is now 2-3, having lost his final round.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is interesting. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wow.
Do you know?
Well, either way, the important thing to note is that there will be a brief break coming up.
While we actually figure out what's going on.
We're going to figure out what's coming on, and the important thing to note is that when we come back from that break, it's going to be July versus Thorzane, the big match of the day. Closing out the evening, we are going to be on a dinner break, so feel free to get some food yourself. We'll be here numbing as fast as our fingers and mouths will let us, because we definitely want to get into the match just as badly as you do. So whatever you do, do not go anywhere. When we come back, we will have the results from Group C and Group D. and we'll be bringing you July versus Thorzane. I'm Day 9.
And I'm the Apollo.
Don't go anywhere. This is Dreamhack Summer 2011.
The fastest light to protection. ESET Nod 32 antivirus gives you less lag and more frag for your Windows, Mac or Linux computer.